What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on the Get Up, they're going to be talking about how LeBron James went on his own show and threw Magic Johnson under the bus. So let's see what they have to say about that.
That's why I don't think any free agent will be a Laker. I think that whole situation between Jenny Buss, Rob Pelinka, Magic Johnson, the way Magic Johnson left the scene is such a bad PR nightmare for them. And when you have LeBron James, who, look, has been to 8 consecutive NBA finals, that man deserves a phone call. Like, if you got that man to leave Cleveland for something bigger, to partake in the vision that you overall had for that Laker organization, like, he deserves, I understand whatever your situation as far as, him being somewhat, I guess, delicate with Jenny Buss or not wanting to talk to Rob Pelinka, I understand that. But if you're going to have a connection with that entity and LeBron James, he deserves a phone call. That was well warranted.
So I understand what you're saying, Jesse Williams, but maybe LeBron James doesn't deserve a phone call because that's how bad things were behind closed doors between him and Magic and the rest of the Lakers organization. That might have been how bad it is that he didn't deserve a phone call because of what he did. We don't know. Also, your resume resets when you become a Los Angeles Laker. When you come to the Lakers, your resume resets. So it doesn't matter if he's won 8 championships. It doesn't matter where he's gone. It doesn't matter if he's the best basketball player in the world. You haven't done anything in LA yet, and you didn't make the playoffs. So you definitely haven't done anything in LA yet. So stop bringing that up. Like, that's something that should be taken into consideration with LeBron James, because nobody cares. You haven't done anything in LA yet. So, but as far as, getting a phone call and Magic Johnson maybe talking to him, my only knock on Magic is maybe he should have left in a different manner, but that just goes to show, again, how bad things were behind closed doors between him, LeBron James, and everybody else. So let's keep going.
Here's the deal. Whether he deserves a phone call or not,
he deserves a phone call.
Well, just listen. That's Magic Johnson. You got a problem with Magic Johnson? You don't go to HBO on your show and blow up Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is the Lakers. What you do is, you pick up the phone and say, Magic, I came here because of you. Together, we had a vision of what this wanted to be. You didn't need to go on your show and blow up Magic Johnson. And also, by the way, take Lonzo Ball, who, by the way, you were trying to trade a couple months ago. All right, take Lonzo Ball and include him, because if you heard Lonzo Ball's comments after LeBron, he just reeled him in. It's another example of, I understand LeBron being upset, but he didn't make the playoffs this year. Magic Johnson's won championships. His statue's in the front of the Staples Center. You handle that differently.
Exactly. So Magic Johnson, like I said, he should have handled it maybe a little bit different the way he left, but it's probably just an indicator of how bad things were. But Magic Johnson didn't go on his own little private show and throw anybody under the bus. He didn't throw LeBron James under the bus. LeBron James went on his own little personal show where he's in control of everything and threw Magic Johnson under the bus, where he can't protect himself. Magic Johnson, he can't retort to anything that LeBron James has to say. So that's a punk move by LeBron James. That's a punk move to go on your own show where you're in control of everything, the ball's in your court, and then you're going to go and throw Magic Johnson under the bus? Mr. LA, Mr. Los Angeles, Mr. Lakers? That's a punk move right there. That's a punk move. There's a difference between what LeBron James did and what Magic Johnson did, and that's a punk move. Magic Johnson is Mr. LA. You better be careful, LeBron, because you're the new guy here. You're the new guy here. Magic Johnson, this is his city. He runs LA. He's the don of LA. And I don't think you want that type of smoke with Magic Johnson and getting into it, starting a little personal war, because Magic Johnson's going to win all day, every day. You don't want LA to turn on you. You don't want that. You don't want that kind of smoke. So let's keep going.
Johnson has won championships. Magic Johnson has not been in the front office leading championships. And here's what I will say about LeBron. If there is a show to do it, you do it on your show. That's why players have their own platforms.
Why don't you just pick up the phone and call him?
Because Magic Johnson didn't pick up the phone and call him. So you know what?
So Magic Johnson probably didn't pick up the phone and call him because, like I said, that's how bad things were behind closed doors. That Magic Johnson didn't want to talk to anybody. He just kicked rocks and left, which is terrible because he's Mr. LA. He's Mr. Lakers. And if he leaves, something's seriously wrong, for one thing. And for two, like I said, Magic Johnson, he didn't go on the show and throw anybody underneath the bus. He just said, I'm out, did a quick interview, didn't throw anybody under the bus, and he just left. What LeBron James did, went on his own show and threw Magic under the bus. There's a difference there. And Magic doesn't have to call LeBron James. He doesn't have to do it, which is another indicator of how bad things were. So let's keep going.
You can call that childish, but you also have to call it childish that Magic Johnson didn't do it, Seth.
Or maybe there was a situation where he was unable to do it because of the situation.
Unable to call LeBron James and say, hey, this is going...
The timing of everything.
Well, can I just show you...
So everything might have been so bad that leading up to when Magic Johnson left, all parties knew that there was a war going on between each other. There's blood in the water. There's some bad things going on. So I don't think LeBron James was surprised that Magic Johnson left or the timing of it. I don't think he was surprised by that at all. Because I think leading up to that, there must have been some type of war or battle or something behind closed doors in order for him to just to leave like that. So for LeBron James to be crying for a call and he should have told me and yada, 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 I seriously doubt he was in a dark as to what was going on. And I'm sure he read the writing on the wall of what was probably going to happen. So let's keep going.
As something that I know you've seen, but I want to make sure the audience has seen it. I'll put the pictures up there, because if there is a side to be taken as far as the Laker organization is concerned, they've taken Magic's side. Jeannie Buss and Magic both separately tweeted that photo of the two of them having dinner together the other night. So the official position of the Los Angeles Lakers, as voiced by the owner of the franchise, right there, Jeannie Buss, had a wonderful dinner catching up tonight. Lakers forever. They've made it clear they're not mad at Magic, right? So LeBron is mad at Magic, and he said that. I just think it's worth pointing out. The official position...
Exactly. Everybody's going on Magic's side, which is a smart thing to do. Why wouldn't you go with Magic with everything he's done for LA and for the Lakers and just the whole organization? Of course you're going to go with Magic. LeBron James hasn't done anything. Like I said, his resume resets when you come to LA. So of course they're going to go with Magic Johnson. And of the two, who has more credibility? Magic Johnson or LeBron James? LeBron James has nothing but drama that comes with him. Absolutely nothing. And another thing I'm trying to figure out was what was Lonzo Ball doing there with LeBron James? Does Lonzo Ball realize that LeBron James would trade him at any moment? He was going to trade him at any moment. He would have traded him during that interview if he could. I don't think that shows how weak Lonzo Ball is. That shows how weak Lonzo Ball is. That he would let LeBron James sucker him in into being on his side. So it looks like, so LeBron James can say, oh, well, look at me and Lonzo Ball. We're friends now. Let's go against Magic Johnson and Jeannie Buss because they're trying to screw me over. I don't think so, LeBron. That's not going to work. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Like I said, Magic Johnson is the Don of LA. That's the second biggest city in America. I don't think you want that kind of smoke coming from the Don of a city like Los Angeles, because they can make your existence in LA terrible. You don't want to be blackballed from a team that you're going to be with for the next 3 years. Because you don't want the goons of LA starting to pick up that Magic Johnson doesn't like you and he has a serious test for you and that you guys are at war. Because the goons in LA that support Magic will definitely make their presence felt against you and your presence in LA, to say the least. So let's keep going.
Of the Lakers, for whatever this is worth, is we're not mad at Magic Johnson.
It's funny though, Greeny. I don't care what the official position of the Lakers says. I care what the official position of LeBron James, the greatest player that we may have had in the game. You put him up there with Michael Jordan, says about how he feels about how the situation was handled.
I don't think you're.
But again, Jason, well, who cares what LeBron James is feeling? How is he feeling? Because right now, he's not in the playoffs right now, so you can't say he's the best. Right now, we should be focusing on Kevin Durant and how he's balling out of control right now. We should be focused on Kawhi Leonard and how he's balling out of control right now. But instead, we're talking about LeBron James and his drama issues in LA that are still going, that he's still perpetuating. And he's not even in the playoffs right now. So it just doesn't make sense. This is just another indicator and points to LeBron James is a cancer of the team. He's a cancer of the team. So, I don't know. Let's keep going.
I think you're right. What I'm saying is the Lakers are not backing him. The Lakers in that, they're not saying what Magic was absolutely wrong, what he did here was disgraceful. The Lakers are backing Magic Johnson. They're all good with him. Now LeBron's got to work things out with Magic and maybe with the Lakers as well. What does this mean for the future of this insanely dysfunctional franchise? Let me send it back over.
And to add more to that, so LeBron James may think he's the best player in the league right now, which I don't think, and some people might think that too. But if LeBron James wants to get cute and play games, the Lakers organization, they could ruin him. They don't have to play him. He signed out to contract, so they can just set him down, keep him on the bench, and that will ruin his stats even more. Are you kidding me? If he really wants to get into it, he really wants to play those type of games with Jeannie Buss and play the I don't like you, so I don't have to do what you say or whatever, or play those type of games, especially with Magic. She can screw him over. She can take the hit. Like, you know what, LeBron, you want to play games? I'm going to sit you down for the next 3 years, and we're going to ruin your stats. I'll make sure you don't get another ring. Sure, it's going to hurt the organization, but we will move on from that. But you'll retire, but the Lakers will still be here, and we'll get back on top again. But if LeBron James really wants to play those type of games, they can cut his minutes. They can start playing games with all types of things that can make his life miserable. And we're not even talking about outside the court and outside the organization. The fans, the people in LA could make LeBron James' life miserable. Like I said, Magic Johnson is a don of LA. And don't let the certain goons in LA pick up that Magic Johnson has smoke with LeBron James, because that will get handled quickly and swiftly and consistently for the next 3 years. And you only have to imagine that Magic Johnson is probably going to have some type of feeling some type of way about what LeBron James said about him on that show, and they'll probably bump into each other again. So there might be a problem there. So I don't want to say where it can go to if they're going to fight or whatever. I think they're a little bit above that, but I'm just saying that it just doesn't look good. And there might be some problems with the two of them meet up face to face. So let's keep going.
Laura and Woj.
Nice word choice there. I think that's a good way to put it. But Woj, first of all, I do want to get your take on hearing LeBron going on his own show and saying what he said about Magic.
Yeah, I expected he would, and I agree with Jay. I understand why he'd feel that way. July 1, when they met with LeBron James for the start of free agency, there was just one person who went to meet with LeBron. That was Magic Johnson, not Rob Pelinka, not Jeannie Buss. Magic went there. And listen, I think LeBron went to LA for a lot of reasons. Basketball.
So LeBron James went to LA. Everybody had their own agendas in mind. It's not, I bet you LeBron James wanted to get into acting, the whole Hollywood deal, being part of the Lakers organization, the whole history that goes along with that. Magic Johnson, like, look, let me seal down one of the best players in the NBA right now, yada, yada. So everybody had their own agenda, okay? So it's not like nobody's innocent of this. So if you want to say, well, Magic Johnson should have talked to LeBron James or vice versa, that just shows how bad things were between the two. So I'm not mad at Magic Johnson at all for not letting people know of what's happening. I think maybe could have handled it a little bit better, but that just goes to show how bad things were with LeBron James. And LeBron James is a free agent, so it's not like anybody broke his arm, twisted his arm to come here. He chose to come here. So let's not act like, oh, he was dragged here. He never wanted to be here to begin with, yada, yada, yada. You chose to come here, LeBron, okay? You had your own agenda too. And if you're not careful, not only will you might not survive what's going on in the Lakers organization, you might not be able to do anything. You might not be able to work in LA, in Hollywood, because people won't like you. People won't like you because they remember what you did with the Lakers. And Hollywood's the number one spot you want to be at if you want to make movies and get into that type of social scene. So be careful. Let's keep going.
And non-basketball, and certainly Magic was at the top of the organization then, but like he's left with a very dysfunctional organization right now that just had a coach choose the Phoenix Suns over the Los Angeles Lakers, and that